Here's how I made a pair of sew by numbers plush earrings totally by hand with no sewing experience. First, I opened the envelope to remove the materials and tools that we'll use to make it. You'll also find instructions and a cheat sheet. Next, I ironed the folds out of the fabric. Afterwards, I cut the pieces out of the fabric on the thin blue line. Carefully cut the cream notches out of the seam allowance. If you cut too far into the seam allowance, use a fabric band-aid. To start sewing, thread your needle and tie a knot. We sew edges in alphabetical order, so we start with sewing edge A. And you always start seams from the number 0, so find A0 on your pieces. There are 2 of them. You'll start with connecting one A0 to the other A0 with thread. Then you repeatedly sew 2 dots ahead and 1 dot back. This pattern is called a backstitch. Press seam A open on the wrong side, and then press it again on the right side. Once you're done sewing edge A, you'll do the same thing with edge B, starting with sewing B0 to the other B0. You'll sew seams C, D, E, F, G, H, I, and J and K in the exact same way. Turn your globe inside out and insert filling from one of the packets. Then, sew seam L with an invisible running stitch. Finally, staple your chain onto the plush globe with thread. Repeat this entire process with globe 2 to make your second earring. And that's all there is to it. You can see that I'm kind of treating this kit like it's a fiber arts coloring book of sorts. You can see that I've started to needle felt some green wool into the cells, and I'm trying to hit some couture beading tutorials this weekend. You know, I'm always looking for excuses to learn something new. We're working on letting you use sew by numbers to sew any outfit that you want.